Hello, everybody. I wanted to do another reading on Abigail Williams and Liberty German. I decided to use two different tarot decks today. I asked the same questions, but I did it with two different decks. So I used the steampunk deck, which is really a really beautiful deck. And I also used the Deviant Moon deck, which is also a really cute deck as well. I have ordered something that is gonna make my camera a little better so that the cards can be seen a little bit more. I know that that's probably annoying. Okay. So I wanted to kind of ask it separately. So my first question was, why was Abigail killed? So I got the death. Hang on just a second. Let me just a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, so the death reversed from the steampunk, and from the Deviant Moon I got the moon card. The death reverse, it reminds you that change will happen even if you resist it. Perhaps you feel something is unfairly taken from you. No other option now except what it is. Basically, it's like, this is how it's gonna be. You ain't got no choice in this. So the moon is, in the Deviant Moon series, is about brainwashing, dark influences, being a puppet. The moon's the puppet master, The moon is very powerful. It's the feminine quality as well. It's about brainwashing, dark influences, trickery, illusions, subconscious controls that someone has over you. I would mostly probably attribute that to like the Abby was the one that received messages, and she thought it was from someone else, but it was really she thought it was a male energy, but it was a feminine energy. Who? I don't know. The next one was, why was Liberty German killed? And I got the King of Dragonflies, which would be the cups in a regular tarot deck. And then I got the Sun, which kind of tells me that she was killed at night and she was killed while the sun was still up. The King of Dragonflies is the husband archetype. He denotes that a big relationship is on the cards, or help from a compassionate, generous individual. Love of the arts, and is intuitive, sociable, and heralds creative success. Good time for beginning new projects. And the Sun. And the moon is feminine. The Sun is male energy. Hang on just a second. Successful social relationships, friendships, engagement, happy times, and pure joy. So, it's about the twins merging into one soul. So that would be maybe twin flame, getting married, as it's suggested here. And it was suggested in my last reading as well, that a big part of this was some kind of celebration, marriage, something like that. The next question was, because I felt like they did have a connection with the girls prior to that day. I asked what was the connection between the suspect, the person responsible, and Abigail. I separated them again. I got the Queen of Beetles, which would be the Queen of Pentacles, okay, in a regular tarot deck. And that is order and good management. She appreciates material comfort and good business and a good business sense. She is also kind, helpful, qualities that endure her to many. She knows how to look after her interests. Okay. And the Six of Wands reversed in the Deviant Moon tarot deck. And the Six of Wands in the Deviant Moon is about delay, unfulfilling results of efforts, failure to adapt to situations. So, I don't know what her relationship was to her mother, or a mother type figure, but Queen is a mature female, a mature woman in her life. I got it mixed up with with my other card because this one is the dragonfly, but it's not supposed to be there, so hang on. I look so unprepared. Okay, I feel like a dumb butt right now. Where's my Queen of Beetles? Is it Queen of... Oh. Y'all. Okay. I was on the other one, so... Anyway, I don't know. It would be possibly an an earth sign, which is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So it could be one of those signs. So the next one was the question. Yeah, I'm messing this all up, but I swear I'm getting it together. Okay, so the next question was the connection to Liberty prior to February the 13th, 2017. So I got the Flying Machine, which is, I can't think of right now what it would correlate to on the regular tarot deck. And then the Five of Swords, reversed. And it's going to be a Cancer sign, which I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Abigail is a Cancer. I can't remember right now, but I think so. But it's in the Cancer sign, but it's egos and intense emotions rule over you or someone close to you. Gets a situation out of perspective, halting progress toward a goal. And the Five of Swords is exposing a false friend, less chance of a defeat. Okay. I mean, I don't know if it's talking about, their friendship. Maybe Abby or Libby, one of the two, said something to someone maybe that they shouldn't have. Or it could be a friend prior to this day, because, I asked prior, so it doesn't have to necessarily be that day. So, let's see here. What happened after they left the bridge with the suspect? So I got the Queen of Dragonflies, which is Cups. The Queen of Cups. So that could be that's a water sign, Cancers, Pisces, and oh my goodness. Cancer, Pisces, and, you know, some other sign. I can't even think of it right now. Maybe Libra? Yeah, it's Libra. That's what, no. Aquarius. Okay. There we go. This is Cancer, Pisces, and Aquarius. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles, which again is a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn sign. So the Queen of Dragonflies is a natural carer, generous, popular. She is highly sensitive, artistic, empathetic, so her influence brings abundance, kindness, and love. She may also help in all you do. So that would probably be denoting to Abigail's mother, possibly, or mothering type again. So, and then the Knight of Pentacles. You know, Knights are all about delivering messages. As you can see, it's a vehicle. So, the Knight of Pentacles is persistent, methodical, mundane, and ritualistic. And it's also almost like delivering a message of money or about money or material items, which, you know, we see here that she was getting basically told that she was going to have to give up something, or here, and basically this is the way it's going to be, you know, type thing. Okay. I was curious to why the suspect wanted to meet the girls there, because, I mean, just to tell you how I come I did the reading like I did, is because just from my intuition, my look at both of their natal charts, which I'll speak about that after I get done with this, I feel like they knew the individual. So I got the Two of Beetles, which is a pentacle, you know, and the Tower. So, the Two of Beetles reverse is loss or cash flow problems. Plans are halted or blocked due to issues with people. Busy trying to grip on your finances or property. You may fail to see those around you aren't giving enough. And then the Tower, severe or abrupt change, loss or accident, traumatic event, ruin, upheaval. Okay, so if I want to connect these two cards, it tells me that the reason that the location was with upheaval comes with destruction, comes the ability to rebuild. You know, like when a tornado comes through and it puts your house down, you get a chance to rebuild, you know, afterwards. You can rebuild anew, start fresh, you know. When the Tower comes in, although it's a very emotional time, you get to rebuild and build something great, or sometimes better. So I'm going to continue on. I have a certain idea of what I think this right here is about, but I'm going to continue on with the reading before I indulge you into that. Okay. Did the suspect have any help? So I got the Three of Moss reversed and the Six of Swords. It's like in a hot air balloon with all the swords. The Three of Moss reversed is about creative blocks or difficulties with self-expression, articulating ideas, Although travel plans delayed, career opportunities are now on hold. Um, so I don't know if anybody had plans to possibly leave, like out on a flight, travel somewhere, maybe, and that was halted. Maybe they had planned to leave the bridge area or the location, and that was blocked, which is possible. And the Six of Swords. A journey, escaping bad situations and entering good ones. Okay. This is all about, like, you're flying, because in the back you can see that the buildings were on fire. Like, you set it on fire and you left. You know. Leaving once you've created the mess, created the fire, you leave. And the moss or wand, a fire sign as well. 3 is all about growth, expansion, cooperation. So I'm going to say yes. They had us help with the escape of leaving the bad situation with the ride. The next one is any unknown aspects that would help in identifying who the suspect is. And we got the Ace of Dragonflies reverse, which is the Ace of Cups, pouring out your emotions, typically. Difficulties in your relationship or possibly conception. Fertility issues, delayed projects, blocked self-expression, outpouring of negative, overwhelming emotions right now. And the 10 of Pentacles, that's, like sharing of family values, traditions, inheritances, wealthy and a prosperous home. And you see the child and the father are playing on the board here, which is, denotes to illusions somewhat, or occult even, and the duality as well. And then it's resting on this person, right? So I'm trying to I don't know too much about the girl's home life too much, but I get the feeling this time and last time that this mainly pertains to Abby. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so maybe the rest of the reading will help us understand that a little bit more. What does the suspect do for work? I wanted to kind of get an idea of what he possibly might do for work. And I got the Lovers, which in the steampunk is look at familiar patterns in your life and whether they are of service to you or not. Perhaps it's time to make a choice that leads to your happiness, love, self-compassion, and it's about choices. And the Hierophant, which is a religious person, upright, is like a very wise, all-knowing priest, basically. Good traditional values, all the traditional things in life. But reverse is unorthodox, unorthodox ways, impotence, poor advice. Okay, well. Okay, so if we go back up here to what I have seen, it's almost like one of the two girls possibly told someone, a parental figure maybe, that they were pregnant. And it's almost like the strategic planning, because, you know, this can also be a pregnancy card upright, but they don't want the pregnancy to happen, right? Because of the downward. So they're playing the chess game, moving the pieces to try to get it to... and taking something away. Whether... I wonder if one of the like giving the kid to the lovers, you know, because he's impotent, you know, unorthodox ways, adoption. Huh. Interesting. For money, because 10 is a very rich, this is a rich person. 10 of Pentacles is success, you know, financially, you know, great. A rich family. What the heck? And evidence that would lead to the suspect. I got 2 of B's, which is, I think, swords. Yeah, it is swords. And the King of Pentacles. As you know, seen, I got the Queen's up here in the Beatles. The Queen of Pentacles is right up here, and this is her partner here. Because when you have when you have a king and a queen of the same suit show up, it usually denotes to them being a couple. The earth sign couple, which would be, well, this one is business know-how, a wise investor, skilled in math, proficient in financial matters. So I'm going to assume that this one might be this guy from the rich family. So the Queen of Beetles might be from, I don't know. Someone that's an accountant, maybe, or works in finances in some kind of capacity. And then the 2 of B's is difficult negotiation. Success is possible. Seems to be no leeway. You reach a stalemate. Relationships or other path to happiness is temporarily blocked. So we got the infertility, and then we got the impotence. So looking at this, it reads like, okay, so definitely, there's no doubt about it that there is a male energy and a female energy that are responsible for this murder, or for these murders cohesively. Now, whether it started off as an accident or not, I have no earthly idea. I just feel in my heart that someone longed to be able to have, they were very disappointed, sad, you know. Possibly they didn't even want to get married, you know. And, well, it doesn't even have to be marriage, specifically. It could be, you know, the birth of a child. If one of them was carrying a child, which they were awful young, and, you know, adoption might have been the best route for that. I don't, it's almost like it was said that this is what's gonna happen, and it was blamed on one of the two. Not that either of them did anything to the other. I don't feel that. I don't even see that. I don't get that at all. But one of them felt a little bit betrayed because she let a little bit of one of them let a little bit of idle gossip out, possibly to the wrong person. They were tricked to be alone so that they could make this sudden collapse happen. Now, it is possible as well that the rich family, the son that got the girl, one of the girls, pregnant, he told his parents, and possibly a rich family, and they were trying to convince her to get an abortion, and they were going to pay for it. Because money definitely is an issue here. So the two, which is, you know, about partnerships, duality again here. This is about partnerships. You know, and then we have this, the tower crumbling down. I'm just trying to think of how exactly. So, okay. I just want to say that for sure, the reason I did them separately was for sure, without a doubt, I feel like Abby, sweet Abby, was the intended target, or the person that was communicating with this person who was pretending to be someone else and finding out, like, it's possible that that's how. Oh, so that would be a false. Oh, okay. So that's the false friend, because they thought that this person was someone else, but it was really the feminine energy, because the moon is feminine energy. The sun is male energy. Okay, so I have started to do their birth charts, and what I see, I haven't finished it completely, and if anybody is interested, I will kind of walk you guys through their birth charts, well, their transit charts, yes, their birth charts, plus the day that they were, February the 13th, 2017, the transit planets, where their planets were and in what house on the day that they were taken. And I would, from what I've seen so far, I am like 75% sure. I'll have to go back. But I am 75% sure that the person that killed, that physically killed them was a fire sign, Aries male. And or female. It doesn't have to be a male. But a fire sign, Aries. Aries is in very impactful places. It's in their 8th house. Sagittarius was in both of their 12th houses, which is Pluto, which is the house of transformation, the afterlife, you know, all of that. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Liberty is a earth sign. And it is possible that her mother and Liberty's father joined forces and maybe dated or joined forces to kind of set this into motion, or he picked her up maybe. The only reason I say that is because I'm just, it's kind of like both sides almost. And I didn't want, y'all believe me, I did not want to come to this conclusion or even think to before I even did this tarot reading. I kind of had a few ideas. But the reason I say the father is because of this tower and the 2 of Beetles, for why possibly they were placed where they were placed. You know, and why they were meeting where they were meeting and placed where they were placed, and you know, why that location was chosen was the question that I asked, which could denote for a few different things. But it seems like somebody was having a financial crisis and they were going to take something away, which I feel was a baby. They wanted to take a baby and make profit from it. Whatever change was going to occur, it was coming in fast and in a hurry, and it was unimportant. And, you know, like I said before, I feel like Liberty was killed first. And the reason that I feel like she was killed first is possibly because of an accident. I mean, it doesn't read, even though this is the death card, so maybe, I don't know. But this could be like rebirth, transformation, you know. They wanted to transform, or the death of the baby, okay. Because I was going to say, it doesn't look super evil. It doesn't look too much like evil was the intent here. Like, killing them wasn't the intent when they went, or when this trickery and illusion and going behind just to find out information, you know? But then I almost feel like an occult leader offered someone money for this child. If I read it in a different way, I don't want to read it in that way. But I will tell you that this couple here is a very rich couple. They own a business because they're, you know, as I said, for both of them, they're very good in finance. Wrong thing. They're very good in financial matters, business know-how. They have a business. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's very materialistic. She's very nurturing, practical, very good with financial matters. You know, he's super financial, got great skills, business know-how, excellent with numbers. There was an offer made for this, to have money, to have a good home. A home was offered, possibly. A new home was offered, maybe. Gifts were offered, like to dump out the emotions of the Ace of Cups, the new birth, the new project, the new business. It's empty in the cup, and it's on top of this, which tells me that the money was offered to empty the cup. Whatever was being offered for this cup to be emptied and not be overflowing. So, yeah. So, basically, the only thing that I can say for sure is that a woman and a man were definitely a team. There's the Lover's card. There's the Sun and the Moon, which is the man and the woman. There's also the 3, the 2. There's one more. You know, the Lovers, of course, that's 2. But, and the Hierophant is like, because when it said, when I asked what work it did, what work this person did, the suspect, the Lovers, and the Hierophant reversed. Someone's like a priest, you know, an ordained minister. An ordained minister that maybe wasn't, that got ordained online maybe, or that isn't like doing the regular big priest thing, or the traditional role of priest, but he's doing more of like a ministry type thing. But possibly it could be in an occult or a Wiccan group, or witchcraft even. I mean, those things do exist. Of course they do. More so than I think people would like to believe. And, you know, if you look back, you know, Abigail Williams, you know, that was the witch that got hung in the witch, or beheaded, I think, maybe, in the witch trials in Salem, Massachusetts. That was her name. But more so, if you look back on the history of Delphi, Greece, that can give you some very interesting insight. Like, to be honest with you, mythology, Greek mythology, I don't know if any of you guys have looked into Greek mythology or know anything about it. I, for one, am a geek. So, of course, I have. And in Delphi, there was a, what was it? Athena? Was it Athena? Yeah, I'm acting like I'm really smart right now, but I can't even get my thoughts together. But I believe it was Athena, and he wanted, who was it? It would come to me, because I swear I know this like the back of my hand, because I actually went back because of the name of, it was the, it was the, oh my goodness. It was considered, the middle of the earth, or something like that. Like, the center of the earth, or the center of, you know, the water plane. You know what? I'm going to look it up again, and I will get back to you with that, because I feel really, really dumb right now. But history, I'll leave you with this. History always repeats itself. That's why they say you got to learn from history so you don't make the same mistakes. Like, we look at cases like, you know, one that reflects this one would be the Evansdale, Iowa case. You know, they're very, very similar. I'm talking so similar that it's really difficult for me not to believe that they are done by the same person. It is really, 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 really difficult. Like, I tried to make a pattern. I know it was like 5 years was the difference between this murder and that murder. And I went back 5 more years. And it was 5 years and 5 months. Like 5, which is conflict. So if I was a ritualistic serial killer, I would definitely, they definitely, and I would too, use the number 5. Or stick to a pattern. So if I killed this year, I would kill, you know, if it was my pattern, I'd kill 1 year in 1 day, and I would not waver, because for ritualistic killings, which ritualistic was one of the, it was part of one of the things, but I don't see this as intent to technically murder. You know, I don't really see it as intent to murder, so to speak. But I do see intent to force your opinion, or just be like, this is the change that's coming. Here it is, deal with it, you know, type thing. So, I don't know. But yes, history does repeat itself. It was the brother. Okay. It was her brother, Athena's brother. There we go. I can't think of his name still, but it was her brother. But it reads similar. It was actually, like a natric, thing. Now I feel like I gotta go look it up and refresh my own memory. There was a tomb. There we go. There was a tomb. And it was the heart of the world. The heart. Not the center. The heart. Okay, guys. I know y'all probably think I'm stupid right now. And crazy. And I kind of feel like it. Long day at work. But I really wanted to get this in for you guys. Because I really, 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 really want these people, or the person responsible to be brought to justice, because these precious, precious babies and souls that got taken deserve justice. So, whether, you like it or you don't like it, or you believe in it or you don't believe in it, I'm willing to do whatever I can offer from Mississippi to aid in any type of way in bringing a conclusion to this tragedy. So, love, peace, and happiness, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.